Welcome back, everyone. Out of the second half of what was a non-stop first half, Ryan. 2 goals each. George Horbury just having a little stretch down in front of us here. Doesn't look like there are going to be any changes at the break. You can just see Chorley's Chief Executive Terry Robinson down by the dugout. Looks like it's going to be as it was. Christy Montgomery, I think, going to get things underway for Chorley.
I've talked about thrillers in the past, Pete. This so far is on course to be a thriller. After that first half being 2-2, the second half, if it continues in the same way, could be a game of the season contender.
Yeah, listen, there's a reason why it's the featured game, the non-league paper today. All eyes will be on Chorley and Chester. Back underway.
Cole Hall winning that header. Ooh. Again, just talking to the Chester media next to us, and they were so surprised by Cole Hall's performance in that first half. But I've got to interrupt myself here because Dan Turner's trying to break away on this left-hand side. Again, on the edge of the box, Chester just trying to move the ball around, but again, it's really well intercepted, and now Tom Carr picks the ball up on the halfway line. He's going to try and play it out wide, I think, to Warren Clark.
There's a space there, he can get it. Look to pick Warren Clark, he was there on that left. He was there, it was looking dangerous.
Again, yeah, as I was trying to say before. Adam Henley, though.
All of a sudden, Chorley are in. Oh.
He's hit the side net, and it will be a goal kick. But what a great ball that was, over the top. Henley perfectly controlling it. He just went for the near post to catch the keeper out. Not on this occasion.
It's interesting that, though. I looked at the referee. He just didn't seem sure as to whether it was
a goal kick or a corner.
A goal kick or a corner, yeah. And he had a long look at his linesman at the far side.
And sometimes that's where you just need the help of your official just to help you out, and the referee does have the final say as well.
Long from Storer, and it's out for a goal kick to Chorley. Sorry, a throw-in for Chorley.
Well, I'll hope this time to try and get the sentence in about Cole Hall is like the Chester media were just so surprised by Cole Hall's performance. They had him for a couple of seasons, didn't they? And they said they never saw a performance like this from Hall. And
listen, as we said, it's a man for the occasion. That he's going to be up for it as Carr's beaten. Rawlinson goes down under a challenge. Referee Harry Jones says no penalty, and the linesman actually is flagging for a foul against Adam Henley.
I thought for a second there the official was thinking of it. Was he going to point to the spot? But the way he's been officiating this game, Pete, I don't think he's going to be given. That was, maybe you could argue it's a little bit soft if it was given, but it was a little bit of a shove in the back. It was testing it. Testing his luck a little bit there. Card was right to go down, and on this occasion the official just waves it away.
Yeah, I don't think there was an awful lot in that, Ryan. I think, listen, every right of Tom Carr to appeal for a penalty, but maybe would have been a tad harsh had Harry Jones had pointed to the spot.
Ellis contests. Blakeman
well
picks it up.
Anticipate that one, Blakeman, and he goes long towards Tom Carr is chasing Harrison Burks. Oh, it's very near. Risky from Harrison Burks to leave Tom Carr to chase after that. Jimmy Storer eventually getting on the end of it, but there was definitely an element of risk involved. And surely you've come out of the box quickly in the second half, haven't they, Ryan?
They really have. It's same as the first, and again this ball over the top, just it's seeming to be the play. Jimmy Store's just got to be careful though, doesn't he, Pete? With his positioning, he's got to be aware, got to be on his toes, because right now these balls over the top and just looking to catch the keeper out, and he plays it long, and it's a boot to the face, and Turner's tried to get in there, and that's really well defended there from Ellis, and the Chester fans complaining, but it was just brilliant defending there from Ellis, who has a little bit of a laugh with the Chester fans who give him a little bit of a word back, shall we say. Irwin plays it short to Blakeman. bit of pressure.
Goes long towards Horbury. He's outnumbered, but does well to flick it on. And you see Rawlinson all over the back of Tom Carr there. He's clearly conscious to centre half, as Smith does well. Beats away Dan Turner, and he gives one for Cole Hall to chase. Flicks it on nicely. Tom Carr finds himself in on goal here. Plays it across the box to Tom. So that's a clear pull. It looked a clear pull on Cole Hall.
I think again he just lost his balance there at the wrong time, Hall. But that was such a good move.
For me, Ryan, it looked like there was a definitely caught Cole Hall, but brilliantly done between the pair of them. Who've been fantastic up front.
You just see that relationship building again, like we've mentioned, week in, week out with those two. Henley tries to get that ball delivered. It's an important block from O'Kane. Cavalli back to Ellis. He's going to play it, plays it back the same way as he got it. It's Montgomery, plays it across. And Clark,
Warren Clark, and great delivery.
Again, Montgomery, he has not lost a step since coming back into this Chorley team. He's been super impressive. Just the way he's been able to just fit back into this Chorley system so comfortably, and he's going to be so key for this run-in, isn't he, Pete?
You know, I think we've both said, haven't we, this afternoon already, Cole Hall and Tom Carr have been excellent. Carr's got one. Wouldn't it be great if Cole Hall did get one and Cole Hall's in? Oh, it's just missed it away. Oh, it would have been the opposite of the commentator's curse. It would have been almost the commentator's blessing, and Cole Hall so close. He's just battling away and trying to force the error out of Jimmy Storer, and surely in the ascendancy here.
He just stretched and he got that touch, but it just wasn't enough to get over Storr, who came out off his line quickly. Really brave goalkeeping, and then Tom Carr, the ball just came to him too quickly and took a deflection off his foot more and went back long. So, yeah, again, Storrs with his kicks have not been too accurate, but it's going to be Ellis having to drop the run off. Again, really good work from Montgomery. Ellis gets a foot in, slipping. Really important block there from Harvey Smith. Ellis has just had to go down after the ball just took a fortunate spin after the Declan Weeks shot. And now it's a throw-in, and it could be a long one here.
All of a sudden the decibels from that Frank Power stand with all the Chester fans goes up a notch. Adam Henley quickly though diverting the danger away, and Rawlinson unconvincingly this time gives Cole Hall a path. Been brilliant so far, Cole Hall. A goal would be the icing on the cake for him. Blakeman down the line towards Carr. He finds himself wide left, looking to beat Tom Leake, just holding him off for the moment. Just must have crossed, and he's caught there. Oh!
It's a dangerous tackle, but he's won the ball.
Yeah,
and that was
very
key.
Careful, has to get it right, and Montgomery that time brilliantly done on Piers.
Again,
both teams.
Montgomery's done that today so well. His tackling, and that's a nasty one in that dirty, dried part of the pitch. It's hurt his leg a little bit there.
You just notice Adam Blakeman having a little word with the linesman there, just saying, look, he's going diving in, his feet are up, but he did get the ball, so he didn't leave referee Harry Jones with any kind of decision to make, as Horbury does well to win it, and Rawlinson up against Carr. Rawlinson struggling to cope with the pace and presence of Carr at the moment. Horbury finds Clark, bit of space, 1v1 against Burke, picks out Tom Carr, and Cole Hall this time's out on the left, digs out the ball towards the box. Eventually Declan Weeks has done really well there just to keep hold of the ball, but goes long. Matt Irwin.
Again, Piers just being a little bit desperate there, trying to get a penalty or free
Tom
kick.
Pearce and Matt Irwin having a bit of a conversation off the ball. Chester supporters behind the goal. Great header from Burke. Good header from Henley down the line, but it's only as far as Nathan Woodthorpe, and Ellis heads it towards the midfield. A hopeful ball from Burke. Eventually does find Turner. Good foot in from Ellis, one from Montgomery to chase. He's done really well, Montgomery. He's done brilliantly actually to keep the ball in. He actually trips up in the end. The idea was there from Christie. Game does feel like it's on a knife edge though, doesn't it, Ryan?
Yeah, it really does. A goal could really just do either team the world of good, but you just don't know who it's going to be. It's that kind of end-to-end game now, and Weeks has that shot. It's going to be a Chester corner. Now in this second half, they started to grow after the positive start to the second half that Chorley have had. Chester have now started to sort of grow into this second half a little bit more. They've got on the ball, but again, it's nothing that Chorley haven't been able to deal with.
Liverpool have equalised against Southampton. It's not taken them long to get back into the game, and Chester will be hoping their first set piece of the second half presents an opportunity for them to get back into the game and back in front. Not started particularly well, Callum McIntyre's side. Darwin Núñez of all people to get the goal for Liverpool. Weeks delivers over the top. It's met by the head of Tom Pearce. Not clean contact. It was more of his shoulder, really, wasn't it, Ryan? And
that was fortunate there, Pete, because if it actually hit his head, I think that was a certain goal. With the finishing we've seen from him already, it hit the back of his shoulder. His shoulder. If it was a header, I think he would have aimed that towards goal. It wasn't a pretty one, but he's had some fortunate finishes, so you just don't know. On another occasion, that might have just shouldered off and gone in.
Yeah, listen, it's one of those where he got to the front, he got there first, did well. Irwin goes to the goal kick towards Cole Hall. Liverpool may have a chance to make it 2-1 here, possibly from the spot. Being told, yep, it's a penalty to Liverpool, subject to VAR, and quickly that game is turned at Anfield. Randy Preece will be hoping this game turns in his side's favour. They've been 2 goals down to get it to 2 each at the break. They've started really, really well, Chorley, in the second half, and seem to be winning a lot more of the first and seconds as Burke finds himself under pressure from Warren Clark, battling away, and is a Chester throw on the far side.
Again, Burke's, we've got to give him his credit. He is a very impressive centre half. The way he's just, whenever the ball is near him, his presence, he's able to always kind of read the game, put that foot in. He's always got his head on it. And it's been a really interesting battle on set pieces so far on either end between them two. Ellis marking Burke, Burke marking Ellis.
Yep.
Yeah, neither of them are getting free, really, are they?
He's indeed a Liverpool penalty. Those with Mo Salah as their captain in the Fantasy Premier League will be delighted.
Montgomery there just battling out.
From the Egyptian King to have one from the spot as Carvely kicks it over the top in search of Carr, finds him, good touchdown. Goes back towards Adam Henley. Montgomery has the ball, his opposite number, the number 7. Tom Pearce is putting pressure on him. It's out to Mark Ellis on halfway. Bins it across to find Mike Calverley. The ball's miskicked, and Horbury as well. Brilliant from George Horbury to regain possession for Chorley. Blakeman left hand side puts the ball across the box.
Burke's there again. Again, just look his positioning. He's there
Forwards,
again.
Unconvincing that time from Burke, and Montgomery battling away with Turner. Smith goes down on Ellis.
And Pearce
Tom
again.
Pearce wants a free kick.
No. He's hot in form, and he's just desperate to just try and get somebody on a yellow card, because when he knows a centre half is on that yellow card, he can put them under more pressure, and he can probably get away with more things, and the defender has to think twice.
There, though, but given how he officiated in the first half, the referee Harry Jones, listen, it's one where he's going to let it go if he's going to be consistent and continue as he did in the first half. Chester may be unlucky there not to get the ball under from Connor Woods. Blakeman goes towards Tom Carr, and Nathan Woodthorpe heads only to Kevin Roberts, who's George Horbury pushing on him. Surprised again there though. Challenges like that, Ryan, you think could on another day be a clear foul against Chorley, but referee allows play to continue as Smith Oh, does really well there with his right foot.
Oh, brilliant control.
Controls it down, second time. Henley finds Carr. Good play this from Chorley. As I say that, gives the ball away, and Chester themselves looking to break.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different tempo now, isn't it, in this second half compared to the first?
Ooh.
It's a little bit more controlled. Both teams are
Chorley,
just trying to settle in,
I
aren't they?
feel like Chorley have had a lot more control in the second half, and Chester are sort of settling maybe a bit more for the counter-attack, whereas neither side really had control in the first half. Played short to Weeks. From the throw, done well, kept hold of it. Weeks, edge of the box. Tom Pearce is there. Montgomery puts his foot through it and gives Tom Carr one to chase against Woodthorpe. Gone back to his goalkeeper as Cole Hall's the furthest man forward for Chorley. Oh, Storer. As Blakeman slips. The chance for Pearce to get in on goal. Smith's there. Lays it back to Woods. Looks to beat Blakeman.
Really good
Smith
defending.
Eventually, though, as you say, Ryan, feels like the pitch is playing a bit of a part here, Ryan. Both teams seem to be struggling to keep the footing almost. Listen, the pitch in good condition, but both sides are struggling to keep on the feet almost.
Yeah, it's the turning, Pete, isn't it? It's like when the players have had to turn quick, they're stuck in the mud almost, just like slipping. They're trying to turn that quickly, and it's really unfortunate for these players to have to deal with. But yeah, so again, Henley does really well. It's a goal kick. Superb defending there from Adam Henley.
Yep, really good. Chester grown into it the last 5 minutes or so. For anyone just tuning back in to the new link, it's Chorley 2, Chester 2. Chorley back on terms. Goals from Tom Carr and George Horbury for the Magpies after Tom Pearce, a quick fire double, sent Callum McIntyre's side in front early on. But Chorley in control to an extent, and have been the better side so far in the second half.
Yeah, definitely so. And again, like we've got to say, there's still plenty of football still to play. And
Cole Hall goes up against Woodthorpe. Woodthorpe gets on the end of it.
I remember though, Pete, at the Leamington game where we just thought there was that goal coming from Chorley in that second half, and it unfortunately never came. Hopefully we don't have a curse like that this time around.
Yeah, listen, I think the Leamington game was an interesting one. They sort of huffed and puffed, and then for the final 15-20 minutes struggled to get the better of Leamington. Obviously didn't get the goal to get it back to 3-3. It feels like a different dynamic. Maybe the crowds help, maybe the occasions help, the importance of the game. We said before the game it was a game that neither side could really afford to lose. At the moment, neither side is losing, but both sides, and if anyone looking the more likely at the moment, it has to be Chorley.
I think we've got to give credit as well to how Ellis and Smith are dealing with this front two of Turner and Pearce. They've got so much pace, those two up front, and the experience, I think, of Ellis is just helping Smith. And Henley's had to put a foot in, and it's
well
a really...
done, Mark Ellis. That's brilliant defending from Ellis. Second time look, he was caught. Chester throw, says referee Harry Jones. Chester on the edge of the box, goes for goal.
Ambitious.
Nathan Woodthorpe, wide.
Again, there's a few shouts around us there, Pete, for offside for Pearce on that one, and I think he was, rightfully, and it should have really been a free kick to Chorley. And then I think Ellis, due to that, when he got the ball back, he was taking his time as he still thought Pearce was offside, and then they got that throw in, and Chorley would have been very, very frustrated if a goal came from that one.
Yeah, it's one where Chester have got to do better with spells like that, where they've got sustained amount of pressure on. Struggled a lot for possession in the second half, but the last 5 minutes or so they've done really well. Good charge down there from Warren Clark, and it is a throw for Chester, but it's right in that far corner, isn't it, Ryan? There's a chance that Chorley can regain it. It'll be straight back on the attack as Callum McIntyre looking to his bench to make a change, the first manager to do so.
Yeah, Leek was properly pinned into that corner there. I think it was off Cole Hall again, who won that header, by the way. So I was really surprised.
Headed up by Horbury, goes in search of Hall, who's penalised. Just battling away there, Cole Hall, and it looks like, yep, Dan Mooney is going to come on for Chester. Mooney, of course, he's had quite the impact really for Chester since signing for the Blues. He will come on in place of
Dan
Turner.
It's a like-for-like swap, really, striker for striker. I think Turner had quite a good game anyway. He was causing us quite a few issues with his pacing behind. But again, he got the assist for the goal for the first one.
Yeah, the first goal was probably the best we'd seen of Dan Turner, to be perfectly honest. Other than that, no real goal mouth action. It does feel like Piers has been the talisman for Chester so far this afternoon. He looks like the one who's going to make things happen. But Mooney offers a different option up front. He'll go straight up there, and probably Connor Woods will just drop off a little bit straight away. Mooney gets ahead to the ball, and Mark Ellis has to be alive. O'Kane.
It's a big clearance up from Ellis.
And Cole Hall's up there on his own. Does really well actually in the end. Cole Hall. Tom Carr battling away. Montgomery heads it as far as Woods and Blakeman. Just poke it again towards Hall. Flicks it on. Oh, and it's just too much on it. It's the right idea from Cole Hall towards Tom Carr. And it was. Has to be said though, Ryan, the noise from the Chester end is significantly being reduced in this second half. Yeah,
it's no party over there right now. They feel Chorley's presence now, don't they? They just know there's that chance that Chorley might score, and that's a dangerous challenge. But
he's caught Warren Clark badly there, and you'd be surprised if he doesn't go back and give a booking for that one, as another challenge goes flying in on Cole Hall. He's left one on him there, Harrison Burke, and for me, that next passage of play will be really important because I like to see Harry Jones go to his pocket. I think he has to really. That challenge on Warren Clark wasn't pretty at all. As Harvey Smith puts his foot through it. Yep, he is going to go to his pocket. Referee Harry Jones on 67 minutes. Kevin Roberts is in the book.
I think it was a really, really strong challenge from Burke, but I think he just about got enough of the ball to not warrant it being a free kick. But that's just what Burke's been able to do this season. He's so good at these one-on-ones with strikers. He'll get a foot in. And again, he's like any other experienced centre-back in this division. They know what they can get away with.
Yeah, I think he was just being combative. He was playing within the rules of the game. He just caught Cole, which as soon as Clark just goes to clear it towards Roberts and Carverley, headed on by Clark. Good touch from Cole Hall, and Warren Clark's beaten Roberts. It's good back and forth. Carverley's got to be careful. Woods heads on, and Smith also has to be careful.
It's a great ball over the top for Piers, who's one-on-one with Henley.
Henley goes to the edge of the box. Back towards Weeks. He's on the edge of the D. Flicks it to Mooney.
Really
defender
good tackle
from Adam Henley. Crossed in towards Mark Ellis. Montgomery heads it, and Cole Hall battling away with Rawlinson. He's a long way far forward. He's got to be careful if he can win the ball back here. He does do. And Hall now, he's outnumbered.
Really great work.
Really well from Cole Hall. Picks it out, and it's all the way through. Warren Clark, it's a foot race between Clark and Story. And he gets there first.
That's a really good clearance. I mean, that should have been a booking, really, because he's just gone and took him out there.
Yeah, the referee there, I think he mentions, is it a foul? I think he has given the foul. Nothing more sinister, no booking.
Piers knows what he's done there. It's clever striker foul that. You've seen that plenty of times. Blakeman to take though, this free kick just in front of us on the dugout side. And it's again Harrison Burke wins that header, and Chester are going to try and counter-attack now. Again, they try playing in pairs. Shouts behind us saying he was offside. Linesman not giving it on this occasion. Rawlinson on the ball now in the Chester half. Plays it inside to Mooney.
Dan Mooney is all the way there, back in the deepest Chester player on the pitch, and he goes all the way back in the end to Storer, who punts it long towards Smith and Pearce, who battle again. Woods happy to keep the ball in for the visitors. Weeks. 3 players around him, but eventually finds Woods. His cross isn't right, it's gone out, and it is a goal kick.
Woods complaining to the linesman that it never went out, even though it went over the netting.
Yep.
And back in play.
Scunthorpe a bit the front against Leamington. Cal Roberts, another goal to add to his ever-growing tally. Andy Priest, you could just see he's having a little word with his players, just saying, look, let's just calm down a little bit. Just take a breath. Long way to go left in this game.
Yeah, just turned 70 minutes on the clock now. Again, I think both sets of fans' hearts are starting to beat a little bit quicker now.
It does certainly feel that way, Ryan, at the moment. Say Chorley have been the better since the restart, but no reward as yet for Andy Priest's side. Horbury looks the cross, and look at that, there's a massive gap of space for O'Kane to run into. He finds Wood, the ball's bouncing and done really well. It's fallen fortuitously to Woods, who's put the ball through to Mooney. He's offside, and straight at Matt Irwin.
He did try to hold his run in fairness, but the ball should have came a little bit quicker to Dan Mooney. And I think, in reality, I think he could have really taken a touch when he did have that opportunity. But he knew probably as well he was offside as well.
I think he tried to sort of kid it a little bit.
But again, that's that counter-attacking threat that Chester pose, isn't it? It's the way they've been able to break Chorley down on that counter with such pace and accuracy that Chorley have really got to be careful of putting numbers forward. Irwin goes long. Hall wins a header.
Touch from Tom Carr, and Warren Clark there to support him as Blakeman's coming. Delivers it nicely towards the back post. It's up.
And it's a corner ball.
For a corner to Chorley.
And you just hear Victory Park just rule their appreciation of that. And you're just looking around the Chester end. You're seeing a little bit of frustration in those away supporters now. Arms crossed, they're not bouncing. T-shirts have all come back on. But now Blakeman has got an opportunity to deliver. I think this is the first corner off the game, off the second half, sorry. Yeah. But let's see, does this battle between Ellis and Burke on corners have been quite a fascinating one to watch. But it's actually Rawlinson.
Blakeman delivers, it's looped in, it's all the way up. Mark Ellis was there. Just won by Burke, who beat Ellis in the air, and Chester looking to clear it. Ooh, coming together between Clark and Henley, and Clark's gone down.
It is a head injury.
I don't think it was a head injury, I'm not too sure, but Chester chance themselves now. Chorley need to regroup and get back into shape. Luckily though, Connor Woods' touch is loose and they can go again.
I think the ball needs to go out here because Clark does definitely seem hurt.
It's interesting, Andy Priest hasn't yet looked to his bench. There's no real, I don't think he's got anybody warming up at the moment, Andy Priest.
I think we could see the return and maybe of Billy Whitehouse if Warren Clark is forced off with an injury here. He's holding his ribs. It's a nasty one to deal with, but that's would you say it's a like-for-like replacement?
Yeah, I think maybe Whitehouse for Clark, whether Billy goes to the right, maybe Eze on the left for George, but it brings us a sort of a man lighter in the middle of midfield, if you like, that presence. I guess some of it may depend on how Andy Priest wants to go for it. Does he want to go for it? Does he want to sort of throw caution to the wind a little bit? But now, Warren Clark, 1v1 with Leake, down this left-hand channel.
Does really well, puts a ball
across the box and behind, another corner.
Again, just seeing some comments about Billy, would he turn the game in our favour? I think the game's just been very, very even, and I think it would be interesting to see if Billy Whitehouse did come on, what kind of impact he would make.
I think it'd be nice to see him back on. I think he'd get a really good reception on his return. There's still a lot of time, a lot of life left in this game. Blakeman delivers the corner towards the back post. Mark Ellis is up. Oh, it's just over the top. It's so close. You just see Chris Anderson and Andy Priest together looking at each other saying, look, that's a chance.
You just thought,
very, very close.
You just thought for a second there, Pete, it was just going to be looping over the keeper and into that top corner. Just on this occasion, it looped a little bit too much and hits the top netting. But again, more positive signs from Chorley. We're getting these corners now. We're just applying this pressure to a young keeper who's
good header from Horbury. He's been excellent. Cole Hall goes in against Rawlinson. Another foul against Cole Hall. I don't think there was any malice involved on Rawlinson. It's just a genuine.
It was an attempt for the ball.
Battle, yeah, it's a battle to try and get the ball. Chester physio is on.
Oh, he's cracked his head open here. Rawlinson might be forced off if.
Yeah, he has. He's caught him.
And he is bleeding, so there will be a big stop and play for this because player will need to probably get a big old stitch on his head or quick bit of glue and a lot of wrapping around.
Yeah. Who's the England player who had it years and years ago?
Yeah, I know that iconic
Butcher.
picture. Iconic picture you're thinking of.
As a Welshman, the name evades me unfortunately on this one. Maybe one of our viewers will know. Is it Terry? Terry Butcher? The famous picture of the bandage all up on his face. It's definitely going to be a case of that here.
Yeah, physio just doing a good job, just getting on there straight away. Referee rightfully stop and play, and
big shout from up. I think that was Ian Hargreaves there in the stand. Says, yeah, Terry Butcher, that's the one. I was right. I'm not talking complete rubbish, Ryan, thankfully. So there's a lengthy stoppage here. Rawlinson's being caught in the head.
it's just a nervy finish, isn't it? It's just like that unknown now of. In a way, you sort of liked being 2 behind because and the way we were playing, we felt that we were going to come back and get that goal, and now we're level, and there's this bit of the game where it's like anything can happen, and it's like they could score, we could score.
Yeah, it's a 90-minute game that turns into almost like a 10-minute, 15-minute shootout, isn't it? There's 15 minutes left this game. Kurt Willoughby being readied for Chester. Andy Priest yet to make a move from his substitutes available. I see a couple of Chorley fans leaving in 77 minutes. I don't know why on earth you'd leave with a game with such importance, and a game, like you say, Ryan, that's just on a knife edge at the moment. Rawlinson's bandaged up. He's all Terry Butchered out. Play set to continue in just a moment.
You do wonder how it will cope that stitching anyway, and he's got to be careful to make sure that it doesn't maybe drip through as well, because otherwise he might have to be forced into a substitution and he might be forced off.
Well, just looking at the bench, we don't really have a recognised defender on the bench. Rhys Daly can play at the back, can play in midfield, as Piers is penalised for catching Mark Ellis.
And he's gone down with a little bit of...
Piers having a little roll around, and Mark Ellis is giving him a customary slap. See if he's okay, but...
It's because they were fighting there, and when Ellis went down, I think Piers has actually hurt his knee. He's holding his knee now.
Again, Chester physio, he's just gone off the far side, and now he's back on again at the other end. We'll have a look at the National
This
League.
is not looking too nice, because look at him, he's shaking his leg on the... It's not...
Yeah, it doesn't look good for Pierce, but maybe, just maybe, he was looking at bringing on Willoughby to replace him anyway. Brackley have just hit the front also. Buxton 7-0 currently against Oxford City. 7-0 to Buxton. Radcliffe 1 apiece against Curzon Ashton, they're down to 10. Spennymoor a goal apiece against Peterborough Sports. Warrington still a goal to the good against Rushall Olympic. Marine beating Needham Market, another big game at the bottom. Kidderminster 2 to the good against Scarborough. And as I say, Brackley 1-0 up against Alverton. We'll have a quick look at the National League North league table. At the moment, as things stand, Chorley 6th. Hereford, of course, 2-0 down to Darlington. Just at the moment, does look like it's going to be Kurt Willoughby, whether or not Tom Pearce can continue or remains to be seen. He is up and he's walking. I think the thumbs up is up actually. I think he will be okay. Rawlinson, all bandages up, wins the ball in the air against Hall, battling away, falls kindly to Horbury, picks out Hall down this right. Nicely done by the Bermudan to find Adam Henley, and it's another Chorley corner.
He's just had to do some, if you look on Pearce's leg now, he's got tape around it, so again, you do feel like there could be a substitution maybe for Pearce, because you've got to think of long term of this end season. Chester won't want to lose a guy who's now got 16 goals in the league. So Blakeman now taking this corner. Delivers to the front post.
Over to Smith.
It's Ellis!
It is! Mark Ellis, he's done it! He's done it! Andy Priest is going absolutely wild! And Mark Ellis has given Chorley the lead! Set piece again, ole ole, and Chester 2 goals to the good and now find themselves 3-2 down with 10 minutes left to play.
You can't leave Mark Ellis free at the back post. It is almost guaranteed a goal these days. What a move, what a set piece. We've seen it week after week after week from this Chorley team. And Andy Priest and his coaching staff can give themselves a big old pat on the back for coming up with these every single week. And the execution from the players has been phenomenal. Blakeman, did it go all the way through, or did it take a little bit of a flick off a maybe a Chorley head? I'm not too sure, but Ellis again finding himself in the right place at the right time. And this is no luck or anything like that. It is pure just awareness.
Oh, in the midst of all that, Chester have made a change and Kurt Willoughby is on.
And now they get us back underway, Chester. And
what does Andy Priest do now? He's sent straight away Jack Moore and Billy Whitehouse to go and warm up.
I think in this kind of game, Pete, you want the legs just to run us into it.
Tom Carr chasing down Harrison Burke. Does really well. Goes down under a challenge. Referee Harry Jones says play on. Montgomery does brilliantly.
Again, Burke did really well. He got a slight push in the back from Carr. The referee didn't give it, and then he wins the ball back in the second occasion. It's really good defending, but surely they've got to be strong now. They've got to see this game out and do what Chester haven't been able to do in this game. Keep that lead.
Yeah, feels like turning point in the season. Almost, if it stays the way it is for Chorley. Not a turning point in the season almost, but listen, it doesn't get much bigger. A massive crowd on this afternoon. It'd be a massive, massive momentum swing for Chorley as they head towards the final 10 games of the season.
There's so many tough games left to play as well, Pete. There's no easy run into the National League North, is there? But now Leak, down this right-hand side, plays it into Moore. Beats 2 Chorley players.
Blakeman does really
well defended. Sorry, it was Mooney there who picked up the ball and cut inside. And now this is where Irwin's just going to run down the clock. He'll use that experience. But there's been so many stops in play, Pete. I think we're going to have a lot of added time.
I was just thinking to myself there, as he sat alongside you, that it just feels like it could be a game where a lot of added time.
Tom Carr, big flick on header. He's again had such an important game. Ellis though wins the second.
Brilliantly won by Ellis, and now it becomes more of a battle.
Again, is that Mooney? Yeah, found himself on this left-hand side. Nutmegs Horbury
Done really well there. Dan Mooney plays it into Weeks.
lets it roll through the legs to Leak. Tries to play it inside to Kurt Willoughby. Can't get under control. Hall, though, does really well and wins a free kick. Smart centre forward play that.
Done really well. So he's not got a goal today, Cole Hall, but for me, it's been one of Chorley's best plays. He's been fantastic. Yeah, Oren, sorry if I hurt your ears. And anyone else listening in, but huge moment in the game from 2-0 down to 3-2.
I mentioned it though, Pete, didn't I? When we were 2-0 down, we'd see the character of this Chorley squad as well.
Yeah,
to come back against league leaders and do that. Sensational.
Yeah, listen, it's one of them, isn't it, where Leamington feels like a very different game, and Chorley, after all that, have got a corner, another opportunity from a set piece, and Andy Priest and Chris Anderson licking their lips as things stand.
Yeah, and we're still waiting to see a Chorley substitution as well and all of this as well. But there's been times this season, hasn't there, Pete, where we haven't been made a substitution and it's just worked in our favour, just to keep the same bodies on.
Looks like he's not going to make any more at the moment. Andy Priest isn't looking that lightly, as Blakeman this time on our near side delivers. It's all the way in there, it's all in the back post, and Ellis has been pushed, and referee is not given a penalty. It looked like Ellis had been pushed. He just looks over to the linesman.
You'd think maybe the linesman would have helped him out on that occasion, not this time. But again, Mark Ellis at that back post. My oh my, Tom Cardo wins that header. It was a poor kick on this occasion from Jimmy Storr. Again, the keeper for Chester's looked a little bit shaky, hasn't he, in this second half? Maybe just maybe, Pete, that first half incident with Tom Carr where he dropped the ball in the net after, which arguably could have been a foul, has maybe played on his mind in this second half as well as it did in the first.
A chance now, 1v2, Leak has to be up and wins it. Cole Hall battling away. Comes back to Storer. Ellis, colossal, wins it again against Pearson. Again, lumped up from Chester, and Tom Carr's pushed in the back by Rawlinson. Play continues, and Burke just puts his foot through it. Again, Ellis battling away. Henley takes a touch, takes it down, hits it long towards the corner. It's definitely not corner time yet, though, is it, Ryan?
No, still a little bit too early for that one yet. We've still got a few more minutes left to play. I think we're hitting the 87th minute now, so maybe it could be, but you want to sort of do that when it hits added time more than when it's just still in normal play.
Yeah, you just see pandemonium in that Duke Street end for the Chorley supporters, while the noise in the Chester end has gone relatively quiet, has to be said, Ryan, and they will be feeling deflated, won't they, having been 2-0 up to being 3-2 down. Long throw up from Blakeman, flicked on by Smith. It's towards Cole Hall, but just can't get on the end of it. And now Chester looking to break through. Dan Mooney, and he can't keep it in.
That was such a subtle but lovely flick from Smith, and you just thought maybe if there was somebody could have been in front of that Chester defender, could have been maybe a 2-goal cushion, and that could have maybe put the game to bed.
Still looking dangerous though, you know, listen, surely 88 minutes gone, they're going to be content now for those opportunities from set pieces, and from those moments where they can get the ball into the corner, look to keep it and look to manage this game, because the last thing they're going to want to do, without sounding silly, is to concede a late equaliser.
And have pandemonium in that Frank Powell stand. But we're seeing a few Chester fans now heading for the exits. They've seen enough, but as we saw with Chorley fans, you don't want to leave too early because you just don't know what can happen in football.
Like you say, we mentioned it, we Ryan, about potential for there to be quite a considerable amount of added time in this game. So we played at Warrington, there was 10, we played at Leamington, we thought there was going to be 6 or 7, there ended up being 4.
It's all to see how the fourth official's feeling on this beautiful Saturday.
Good header from Ellis. He has chilled out a bit though. I have to say, I left my puffer coat in the office before coming out, and now I've just got my quarter zip on, and I'm quite chilly, but not long left to go. Long throw down the line. Chester have a free kick on this far side. Didn't see much in that, Ryan, but as it ticks towards the 90, an opportunity knocks.
Yeah, that was a bit surprising. It was Piers, in my opinion, that was, putting the hands over Henley. And it was an interesting decision for him to give the foul the other way on this occasion. But now this is an opportunity now for Chester in a really promising position on the edge of our box. Irwin setting his wall.
Referee Harry Jones just taking a moment. He's stopped his watch. I think he's going to go over and have a word with Mark Ellis and Harrison Burke.
And here comes the fourth official. It will be 5.
5 added minutes. Only 5. I expected more, Ryan.
Yeah, but doesn't matter what can happen here. A few Chester.
Good head up, and Cole Hall's done brilliantly to win that one. Chester looks to come again. Mark Ellis is up. Warren Clark can't get his foot on it. Willoughby's there.
Warren doing really well there.
Clark keeping Willoughby at bay, and Horbury heads it up, and Tom Carr's got a chase on to go against Kev Roberts.
It's played long to the back post.
Oh, caught there, Irwin. Play continues. Chester
really important
to launch
block.
Another attack. Leak down the line to Mooney. Mooney trying to get the ball onto his stronger left. Goes wide towards Weeks. And he's left frustrated as Mo Salah has just made it 3-1 to Liverpool. So 5 minutes added. It could be ended up being about maybe 6, Ryan, with the little stoppage from the referee Harry Jones.
It is my heart, Pete, and I'm sure all the listeners who are listening in as well. The heart is starting to race a little bit more, but we'll try and keep our composure for you folks at home who can't be here today.
Chance now for Chorley to head up down the other end. It was Mo Salah from the spot.
Blakeman, though, take this long throw, aiming for the corner. It goes all the way over everybody, and it will be a Chester goal kick. No, we just heard there, yeah.
Man of the match.
I think any Chorley player could have won it today. Everybody's put their body on the line, I think.
It's like he's going to get Billy Whitehouse ready for a little cameo.
I think Montgomery for me as well.
He's been excellent. Cole Hall, excellent. Tom Carr, excellent. The list goes on.
Yeah.
Andy Priest, I'm sure, as things stand, will be absolutely delighted. Cole Hall, fantastically done. Calverley brilliantly battles away in midfield. There's a chance here for Chorley. Calverley goes for goal, and it's held by Storer. Not quite clear just yet. Good header from Calverley, finds Clark. He just can't get a head on it, and Kev Roberts goes wide to Dan Mooney. George Horbury on the back of Mooney, and to spin it towards Tom Pearce down the right hand side. Will be a Chester corner.
Such a tense finish to this game. 2 minutes left to play off this additional time, and the keeper's up here, Pete. Chester are throwing everything. They know how important a point is in this game. Jimmy Storer. It's delivered.
Towards the head of Burke. Ellis has it clear. Montgomery knocked it, and now brilliantly done from Christy Montgomery.
Again, Chorley can just run down this clock now. And now you're just seeing more and more Chester fans heading to the exits. Just 1 minute left to play. The referee is
saying he's got putting the brakes on the clock at the moment. He's having a word with Smith and Pearce.
These two have had a colossal battle, haven't they, today, Pete? Them two just been non-stop in each other's ear, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, that's what we like. You know, we like a bit of that.
But Harvey Smith feel like he might have the last laugh, but there's still a long way left to go. Irwin, though, that's not going to help Chorley on this occasion. Kicks it out for a throw-in. And the player, and the Chester
goes a long way down the line. Harvey Smith clears towards Cole Hall, battling away with Roberts, does really well, gets a foot on it and just looking to halt it, and goes all the way back to Storer in goal. Last roll of the dice for Chester here, you have to think, Ryan. Pearce can't flick it on, Willoughby's there battling away with Ellis. Woodthorpe has it, goes wide right towards Mooney, and Smith foot through it, anywhere will do, and it's back with Jimmy Storer.
It's now been 5 additional minutes have all been played here at Victory Park.
I think you have to say though, Ryan, there probably will be another 40 seconds or so. Burke beaten to it by Ellis. Horbury heads clear. Done really well, Tom Carr. Brilliantly done by Tom Carr to win it. Horbury puts his foot through it. And Cole Hall battling away with Rawlinson. Brilliantly done by.
Superb work from Chorley.
Brilliant. Giving a yellow card to, I think, Declan Wicks has been booked for dissent.
Yeah. You do wonder how much longer the referee is going to play. I think it will be another minute. We're in the we're in 96 now.
Just waiting for the whistle here, aren't you?
You could just imagine the roar.
It's looped up towards Hall. Referee Harry Jones, he's not looked at his watch just yet. Carverley puts his foot through it, finds Storer, and that's it. That'll do it. That'll do it. That will do it. Chorley from 2 goals down reigned victorious this afternoon against Chester. It was 2 early goals from Tom Pearce to give the Seals the lead, before goals from Tom Carr, George Horbury, and that man again, Mark Ellis, doing the business when it means the most and matters the most to give Chorley all 3 points this afternoon at the Grand Store Victory Park Stadium. A massive win.
Absolutely massive. That is probably the game of the season, Pete, in terms of importance, drama, and just overall sheer quality from Chorley. Not to come by from 1 goal, 2. And to get all 3 points in a game like this is absolutely phenomenal. And all the fans have got to give their appreciation, because those players put their body on the line for every single minute of that game, and it is a deserved 3 points today. There's just no words to say, Pete, other than just superb, isn't it? You've just got to let the moment sink in. It was just to come back from 2 goals behind. Cal McIntyre clapping his away fans, but he knows, you can just see on his face, he is absolutely furious.
A result that means everything, Ryan. It just means everything to Chorley this afternoon to have come back from 2 goals down, as you say. Shows the character, the strength, mentally, physically, everything. It's just absolutely brilliant to see. The scenes there in the Frank Powell end, sorry, the Duke Street end, sorry, quite the opposite to those at the Frank Powell stand. It's an unbelievable result for Chorley, and with that being said, Ryan, we'll be back next week, won't we? Well, I'll be back next week. Well, this next week, Curzon Ashton away this Tuesday before a long trip to Needham Market. I'll be there on my lonesome for that one. You'll be there back with me on Tuesday.
Yes.
Thanks to everyone for listening in. We really appreciate your feedback and everybody's support. We'll be back very soon on Tuesday night. Enjoy the win, enjoy your evening. Thanks very much again.